Hi, everybody. We are Scuffletown, and we're going to spend a little bit of time giving you a sense of what we do as Scuffletown in one of our sets. We're going to start off with a Robert Johnson song. And you may or may not have heard of the name Robert Johnson, but chances are you have heard his music and you've definitely heard the influences of his music. Robert Johnson was a Delta blues guitarist who lived in the 1930s. He was known for a couple of things. One, he was such a good guitarist. He was known in his lifetime for having sold his soul to the devil to learn how to play guitar. So that was a legend that went around. The other legend that we actually love about Robert Johnson was that he was poisoned by the husband of a woman he was fooling around with. So, like, if you're a blues guy, that's the way to check out. So for this song, I think this is a great example of one of the things that Robert Johnson did so well, and that was to really paint a portrait of life in the Mississippi Delta for African Americans back in the 1930s. And I learned the song from a fellow named Scott Ainsley down in North Carolina, who told me about playing this in a black church in North Carolina and having people in the audience in tears because it just represented their cultural experience so well. So it's always been one that's been big for me. It's called Come Into My Kitchen. Better come on in my kitchen. Baby, it's going to be raining outdoors. The woman I love took my best friend. That joker got lucky, he stole her right back again. You better come on in my kitchen. Baby, it's going to be raining outdoors. So now she's gone, she won't come back. I took her last nickel out of her nation sack. You better come on in my kitchen. Baby, it's going to be raining outdoors. Woman gets in trouble, everybody throws her down. Looking for her good friend, none can be found. So you better come on in my kitchen. Baby, it's going to be raining outdoors. Hit it, Uncle Johnny. Dr. John Whitlow on the harmonica there. So here comes the winter, it's coming on slow. I can't stand the winter, dry long soul. So you better come on in my kitchen. Baby, it's going to be raining outdoors. You better come on in my kitchen. Baby, it's going to be raining outdoors. John Whitlow on the blues harmonica.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, that's a fun
that
tune.
song.
So not only do we do blues, obviously, that's a great setup for guitar and harmonica to do blues tunes, but we also get into some of our own songs. And this is one that I wrote from my experience as a high school teacher and principal in kind of rural schools around the Charlottesville area. It's just about kids kind of living in small towns and kind of looking for someplace else to go. It's called All These Roads. Well, this town don't rise on Friday nights, stays at home with the TV lights shining through the window shades, enough to make the moonlight fade. So I go riding when I can down these wonderful streets with my Sherry Ann, a beer between her denim thighs, desperation in her eyes. And it's occurred to me as as I ride around that all these roads lead out of town. So I work down at the grocery store, packing boxes and mopping floors. And there's a man who works with me. He does the same at 63. And if I could find a crystal ball to see my future, would that be all? The grocery store, the lumber yard, always scratching and living hard. You know I could turn my world around, 'cause all these roads lead out of town. And I got folks and friends I've known for the 17 years that I've been growing, and they don't seem to know or care that much about the world out there. You'll find them down in a favorite spot, like an empty field or a parking lot. They drink and they fight and they call it fun. They push their luck to get married young. And it's hard to see when you're looking down that all these roads lead out of town. So I'm in school, but I don't care to learn the things they teach me there. And I sit back and I play their game. The hours drag like a ball and chain. And I'll turn 18 within the year, and you can bet that I'll be leaving here. I'm going someplace with something more than a lumber yard and a grocery store. And I'll just lay that pedal down, 'cause all these roads lead out of town. Nice. Thank you, brother.
Nice, man. Thank you. It's a great song, and another great Mark Carraway song that we love doing originals about our experiences here. And actually, that song, we're proud of it. It got a lot of radio airplay, and also got picked up on a compilation CD of Virginia artist some time ago. And when we got the CD, I was excited about it, and I looked on it, and we were listed right underneath Dave Matthews and Bruce Hornsby. So it was a big, big deal for us.
We were proud of that one. That was kind of nice.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm not the only songwriter in the band. Uncle Johnny also writes songs as well. So he's going to kind of tell you a little bit about one of his songs and play it for you on an instrument that I like to call the dorkaphone.
Yes, right
the
there.
dorkaphone. Yeah,
the old dorkaphone.
The old dorkaphone. Yeah.
One of the great things that has happened to us in our 22 years of playing together is we've been able to be on stage with some of the great blues artists in the country. And when we say blues artists that we play with and respect, it's blues artists that play it the way they played it at the turn of the century, just usually with a guitar and harmonica acoustically, just the down-home roots music. And two of our favorites were internationally known duo by the name of Cephas and Wiggins, John Cephas and Phil Wiggins. We love playing music with them. Did multiple appearances with them.
Yeah.
So one of the questions when you play the blues is to think about is who plays, who has the right to play the blues, because it's grounded in African-American experience, even going back to field hollers. But it has been popularized, and I was told by Phil Wiggins, he said, John, if you just study the culture, understand the stories, and if you have the capability of carrying on their tradition, you need to be a link in the chain. It's one of the great experiences and stories that I've gotten around that. But there was an email that went around not too long ago about who has the right to sing the blues. And there was a column that said these people do not have the right. And they did a lot with names. They said if your name is Jonathan and you have a 401k savings plan, you probably do not have the right to sing the blues. that upset me because I get in the blues space, I get in that dark space. So it inspired this song called Dorky Little Man Blues. I got a microwave oven, 3 color TVs, 2-car garage, a few college degrees, and I'm shaking in my Birkenstock shoes. I'm a dorky little man. I got them dorky little blues right here today. I'm singing them to you. Got a big stereo, SUV car, John Deere tractor to mow my backyard, but I'm feeling little dazed and confused. I'm a dorky little man. I got them dorky little blues. Let me tell you now, folks, here's how it goes. It said, hey there, people, see you looking at me, but I'm looking back, and what do I see? You know it's kind of funny, cause I know it's true. Some of you look kind of dorky too. So, hey, Muddy Waters, got nothing on me, cause I can sing these blues of dorky misery, and I'm feeling like I don't know what to do. I'm a dorky little man, got them dorky little blues right here on the dorkaphone.
Play that dorkaphone, boy.
Hey there, people, see you looking at me, but I'm looking back, and what do I see? You know it's kind of funny, cause I know it's true. Some of you look kind of dorky too. So, hey, Muddy Waters, got nothing on me, cause I can sing these blues of dorky misery, and I'm feeling like I don't know what to do. I'm a dorky little man, got them dorky little blues right here today. Now let me tell you, I'm a dorky little man. I got them dorky little blues. Gotta live these blues, sing these blues, people. I'm a dorky little man. I'm 5'6". I'm getting shorter as I'm getting older. I got a mortgage that ain't worth anything. Sent 2 kids to college. Oh my gosh, now my wife wants a swimming pool. Get out of here, honey. Little man blues. Yeah. Oh, you gotta live these things, people. All right.
Boom. Uncle John Whitlow there pouring out his soul for you, the audience. Just sharing his what's going on with him. A couple of quick things about that song. Johnny came over to my house one night with the dorkaphone, which is actually a real instrument there.
Yep.
But it's called the melodica. But I like dorkaphone because it's a plastic keyboard that you blow into. So, what are you going to do with that? And he had that song, and he said, hey, I got this great song. And I said, oh, okay. And so we, he convinced me. He said, I think we should do this. And we went out and played it in front of a huge audience. Our next show was in front of a couple of thousand people. And we checked it out. And sure enough, they asked us, where can we get that song? Where can we get the recording? It's one of our most requested songs.
Hey.
And on top of that, I will let you know, we've done this training 1,000 times. And the thing we hear the most is that is the song that will stay in your head for the rest of the week. So we apologize up front, but we thank you for listening, and we're enjoying working with you here. So we'll get back to the rest of the program.
Thanks, folks.